The SpaceX SN9 Starship spacecraft blows up upon landing.
This happened at the SpaceX launch facility in Boca Chica. Despite that fiery ending, SpaceX considers this test to be a success. KPRC2 space reporter Roseanne Aragon is live in the newsroom, tracking it all for us. Roseanne, thank you for joining us. Always good to see you. You see a fiery explosion at the end, but what is actually going to make that successful? Walk us through exactly what happened.
Yes, essentially what you're seeing, we were down in Boca Chica for the SN8, that's serial number 8 prototype. And this is essentially with the SN9 or serial number 9 Starship prototype. It's the same test except with SN9 being new and improved. And so, yes, you do see a fiery explosion at the end. But what was successful about this test is essentially this is a test series. So we're looking at all of the Raptor engines, and the real goal is to collect data. In fact, the ultimate primary goal of this test was to see the control of the vehicle and the subsonic reentry, which is essentially it going down. So what you're looking at right now, I'll take you through the test, is 3 Raptor engines taking up that Starship prototype into the air, each shutting down until there's just one, taking that Starship up to the 10-kilometer, which is 32,000 feet apogee. Essentially what it does is it goes into a controlled free fall where they've changed the Starship SN9 prototype to be more specific in directing that free fall so that it can be much more specific in where it lands. Then 2 of the engines are supposed to reignite just before landing, and it seems in this test, just by looking at it, you could see the aftermath of the explosion there. It appears that one of the 2 engines kind of fizzled out. SpaceX says, and they admit they have more work to do on this landing. But again, right now what they're doing is looking at the data they've collected from what appears to be a successful flight going up, successful nominal conditions going down into that amazing belly flop maneuver, a first of its kind. We saw that at SN8. Now this SN9, it's doing it even more precisely. And then, of course, sticking that landing will be a big objective of SpaceX. But as far as data collection and the primary objective, which is monitoring the control of this prototype, it was a success.
Yeah, so Roseanne, we're talking about data collection each time one of these tests occur. Is that really the significance of this specific SpaceX launch?
That is a part of the significance, but if we kind of zoom out, we're looking at specifically a Starship prototype. Ultimately, this is just the top of what will go on top of another SpaceX booster, a rocket that they ultimately will hope will take humans to Mars and the moon and beyond. So when you think about it, this is just a really incremental part of what SpaceX is trying to do. Take a look at the material of this spacecraft. Stainless steel, much more sustainable than carbon fiber, much less expensive. And that's why you see SpaceX with the ability to constantly reiterate, you know, 2 of the rockets have blown up, SN8, SN9 with this recently, but many more have blown up, and they're not sweating that because they are constantly building more. In fact, SN10 is on the pad right now, another iteration, which should be a new and improved version of SN9. I can predict they'll be making some changes based on this flight.
And we know that you will keep us up to date with every next move happening with SpaceX. Roseanne, we always appreciate your insight and expertise on this. Thank you.